Okay, welcome back. Now that you have your print image uploaded to Society6 in the Studio 502 store, let's say you want to add some additional items such as iPhone cases, such as a pillow, such as a wall clock. When you go to add more products, or at the end of when you initially upload your print, you'll be presented with this screen right here, and it will show you mobile device cases, t-shirts, pillows, wall clock, office mug, laptop skin, or iPad case. And for right now, I'm just going to focus on one of them, the one that we tend to use the most, which is the mobile device case. One of the things that I need to notice about each one of these is that it gives me individual dimensions. Always height and width should be very easily discernible. So 1300 pixels wide, because it says width right here, times 2000 pixels high, which makes sense because our normal orientation for an iPhone is vertical. I can't select my file yet because I haven't cropped my photo. So again, using Spotlight, hitting Command Space, going to Photoshop, and let me enter the full screen view here. I'm already on my crop tool. You can see in the upper left-hand portion of the image. I'll toggle away, then toggle back to crop. If I come up here, my width, if you remember, was 1300 space px. You have to put pixels in there. I tabbed across, then height of 2000 pixels. Otherwise, it will default to inches, which is going to be way too big. You can see as I tab across, my resolution is at a default 300, which is perfect. I'm going to hit return. Now as I come to crop this, you'll notice that the whole thing doesn't get cropped. I can do this, I can hit escape, I can come back, move it down someplace else. For the sake of this demo, it doesn't really matter how much of the image I include. If I just click someplace in the middle of this and hold that down, I can move the whole screen around. I'm just going to try to get something that I think looks as kind of interesting. Allowing some of this to crop off of the left and the right will work for me. This blank white area right here will work for me. Once I think I'm satisfied, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I don't have any blank space. Hit return, hit Command plus to zoom into this, and I think that's okay. I might need to come back and crop this differently later on, but for right now, we're good to go. Command-Shift-S to save as. You don't want to just save. That's not going to get you what you want. And I created a folder on my desktop for the Society6 demo. I'm going to go there. I'm going to call this, we'll just call this demo, blue shapes. And I always like to determine iPhone or pillow or iPad skin at the end of the file name, just so I can easily tell what is what size. Click OK, or hit return once again you know you have the maximum quality JPEG, and I should have that saved. I can go back to Society6. Now I'm able to select a file, and I can come to my desktop, scroll down to Society6 demo, pick up my blue shapes iPhone demo, open that up. You can see it's processing. One of the big differences with iPhone cases and pillows is that we cannot determine the price of those. Society6 determines the price, and then they give a certain percentage of that price back to the artist. So, for example, an iPhone case, right now when I'm doing this, is $35, and they give 10% back to the artist. That might not seem like a very large portion, but you have to remember, we're not doing any of the work. They're buying the case, they're printing the case, they are shipping the case. All we're doing is making cool art. So now that it's there, I can click on that to see what it looks like enlarged. If for some reason the top, sides, or bottom has been cropped in a way that you are not satisfied with, then you need to go back to Photoshop, re-crop it, and see what you like. For me personally, I'd like to have a little bit less white space here, so I might go back and recrop that and get pretty picky, but this will be fine for now. Once I'm done with this, I can add another coffee mug, I can add an iPad scan, and I automatically, when I go back to the listing, see iPhone and iPod scans, iPhone and iPod cases, and there are also stationery cards that have the same format. So you can get some thank you cards to send out to people who send you presents or write a letter of recommendation for you for college. And you can see the different kinds of phones that you can get cases for. I have an iPhone 5 right now sitting next to me. And then once I do that, you can go ahead and see what it looks like on the sides and things like that as well. So if I click on the right one, it'll show me what that looks like on the side of the case where the volume button is, which that's pretty cool. I'm down with that. I like it. So that's it. You've uploaded your iPhone case. You would follow the same procedure by clicking Add T-shirts and More here if I wanted to make a coffee mug or if I wanted to make a pillow out of the same design. When you're done, make sure you log out and you're good to go.